Welcome to Fallout 76, this is Jim. In this video, we're going to take a look at completing daily challenges for today, Monday, August the 19th, 2024. Let's take a look at and see what we got for today. Alright, looks like we're going to get some good ones here. I have many videos on my channel that will help you guys out. I give you different ideas, different locations, easy areas, hard areas. That way there, if you're a brand spanking new player to the game, you're a returning player, even if you're an experienced player, there's a particular daily or weekly challenge that's giving you a hard time or trouble, I'm sure you'll find a video on my channel that will help you. Try to keep my videos as updated as I possibly can. And of course, you guys are awesome with great comments and tips, which are greatly appreciated. Okay, you will notice I do not have complete in the event Mothman Equinox. I had re-rolled that bad boy. It doesn't have a star like this one, so I thought we'd do something a little different. We'll be doing the Mothman Equinox event challenge pretty much every day this past week. So I thought I'd re-roll it. And we got this one here instead. Crafter Scrap and Melee Weapon 5. So just an FYI if you see one that's different than yours. Alright, let's take a look at this one here first. Visit another player's shelter 1. So again, either you're on a private server and you have someone else with you, or you're on a public one. There'll be all kinds of people that have their own shelters. Now, in case you are very new to the game, you can get your very own shelter by visiting Vault 51 right up here. Now, I made a video on this just last week, or maybe about a week and a half ago, of how you can get your very own free shelter. I would say the hardest part is just making your way up here. Now, the quest itself is only like about 5 minutes long. It's not very hard to do. There's no enemies. And at the very end of that quest, you'll get your own very free shelter. Now, if you were around in Season 13 and you're a returning player to the game, if you made it all the way to rank 100 in Season 13 scoreboard, you would have got yourself a free shelter there as well. And if you paid for Fallout First just once in your time of playing Fallout 76, you would have gotten yourself a free lobby shelter. And even if you don't pay for Fallout First anymore, you'll always have that shelter. So just an FYI. Now, the person that you're going to visit their shelter, as it says here, visit another player's shelter, you don't have to know them. They don't have to be your friend. You don't have to be on a team with them. Okay? Basically, when you look at an icon at a player's camp, you'll see V, that is for the vendor, and then you see the little red icon underneath their camp that indicates that they have a shelter. So this person has a shelter as compared to this person who does not have a shelter. Okay, you see that difference? Let's pop up here. We're going to visit this person's shelter, and we'll get credit for that. Sometimes I find myself, I have a hard time trying to find shelters. There's her shelter right here, so this is the free one that we get at Vault 51. Let's go ahead and go inside. Now, of course, when someone goes inside your shelter, you will come a little message on your board saying that someone has visited your shelter. There we go, visit another player's shelter 1 for 1, done, just like that. Now, I'll put that video there at the top right hand corner of the screen so you can take a look at that video just in case you're brand new and you don't have your own free shelter like that. All right. Alright, what's next here, Jim? What is next? Let's take a look here. Scrap a board game 1. So there's many great spots we can find board games. You'll come across many videos that I have that I made back in 2022, early 2023 when I first started making videos. The videos are very short. I think they're about like an hour and 30 seconds long. They're not very long. And I just show you some great locations where you can find board games in around the wasteland. One such good spot is right here in Summersville, right on the house on the right-hand side that used to be full of Mylarks. Now there's a couple of weakened ghouls around. There's usually 3 on that picnic table out back. Blue Ridge Bunkhouse, that's the place I've been usually taking you guys. Pretty good spot there as well. WV Lumber & Co. Even here in Helvetia, the house that's on the corner of the White House, it's across from the Yellow House. Upstairs, there's a bunch of board games up there as well. Every house that you can enter here in Fraternity Row will have a bunch of board games in them as well. And right over here, the Retreat. The Retreat has a bunch of board games as well. And that's another neutral area as well. All right, so let's take a look here. Let's go to Summersville, and we'll head outside on that back deck just so I can show you that. Again, if you are on a public server, sometimes you got to think that it's not necessarily they don't spawn in these locations anymore, because I do check on them once in a while. You just got to remember that sometimes people will come by and they may have already picked them up, so you just got to keep that in mind. going to go out back here. Right, there's our board games right there, 3 of them. Alright, so we're going to leave those ones there because we are on a public server with other people. Let's head back to our camp, or we can go to any workbench at any train station, should be fine as well. To burp books out here, nice. Alright. Let's go to our workbench here. We're going to scrap it. There we go. Scrap a board game 1 for 1, done, just like that. And of course, if you go there, you don't see them there, that means somebody else may have already picked them up. And you can check out those other spots that I had mentioned. Or you can check out those videos, those older ones. Just gotta mind the audio because they are older videos and the audio isn't all that great on them. Alright, what's next here, Jim? Let's take a look here. Craft or scrap a melee weapon 5. So again, we did this one yesterday and we incorporated it with Mothman Equinox event. So the cultists, during that event, will have melee weapons on them. And all we did is we picked up those melee weapons off those cultists and then we're able to scrap them, and that's what we did yesterday. What we're going to do here, we're actually going to craft some melee weapons and then scrap them right here at our camp. Let's go ahead and go craft. Alright, so there we go, these blunt melee weapons. So I do have a new character, as most of you know, and I started that character at level 20 right out of the vault. And I remember looking, and this board, I was able to craft this board right off the hop. We can craft them right at level 1. It only costs 1 leather and 5 wood. Let's go ahead and craft 3 of these bad boys. There we go, 3 for 5. We're going to back out, and then we're going to scrap these boards we just crafted. Just like that. Nice and easy. Again, if you are looking for melee weapons, if you don't want to do the Mothman Equinox event, usually any Scorched or any super mutant will have melee weapons on them in around the forest region, even up here in the Grafton Dam area. So just an FYI. Alright, what's next here, Jim? Craft or scrap a piece of power armor 1. So we can find pieces of power armor all around the wasteland. Blue Ridge Bunkhouse, Settlers Ridge, just to name a couple real easy spots, okay? One of the good spots I'd like to bring you guys is right here at the New River Gorge Bridge West. Right down here at the Red Rocket Filling Station. Big Bend Tunnel West, you just make your way towards the west area, right past the train tracks, and usually one right there. And that's just to name a few spots where you can find power armor. You can usually find power armor right in Pleasantville itself, but it's not usually there, especially when there's a big event going on like the Mothman Equinox. So just FYI, I wouldn't even waste my time going there. Let's head here to the New River Gorge Bridge West. Alright, so what we're going to do, we're going to ignore those guys. We're going to head right down on this side here. Now we are going to need a key in order to get through that door on the west side. Now I made a video on this maybe about 2 weeks ago there now. And I'll put that at the top right hand corner of the screen, and how to get the key. But to get the key, excuse me, wow, at the New River Gorge Bridge West is you actually get it here in Camden Park. You go on the roller coaster called the Widowmaker. And it's the second set of the red roller coasters, and there is a skeleton there with a backpack, and the key is right in there. And again, I'll put that in the top right hand corner of the screen so you can kind of, and that video is also time-stamped, so FYI, if you're wondering, when you open up that door, there's our power armor set. And all I do, I just go ahead and transfer. I just transfer one piece, because how we are on a public server. You know, it's all about, you know, respect for other folks as well. And we're going to go scrap the power armor leg here. Done, just like that. Just like that. Easy peasy. Now, if you come here and this power armor set is not here, It could be a chance that someone already got there before you on that server. You can always server hop it a couple of times, or you can check out those suggestions that I already had made. Now, sometimes you have, in the past, have noticed me having a few issues trying to find power armor sets, and the best thing to do is just server hopping, because everyone and their dog will be going after them. Okay, what's next here, Jim? Cripple Scorched Arm 2, so we have many great spots where we can find Scorched in around the wasteland. I just made a video just recently within the last month when we had the Festive Scorched. I took you to 23 locations where you can find Scorched. Now, even though we don't have Festive Scorched around anymore, that video is still useful for you, especially the newer players to the game. It may not know where the Scorched resides, so you could definitely use that video out. It's all timestamped just in case you go to areas and you can't find a Scorched to save your life. So just an FYI. Let's go right down here to good old Somerville Stocks. It's a pretty good spot. Now, again, we are in a public server, so we may have a hard time finding them. The ones that are alive anyway, but we'll try our best. Look at there, there's a melee weapon right there, that lead pipe you can scrap. It's just sitting there. Okay, so again, we can free aim if we so wish. What we're trying to do is cripple the Scorch's arms. You can free aim for the arm if you so wish, or you can use VATS. I prefer to use VATS myself because sometimes when I shoot at these guys grow legs and these guys just start running way faster than they normally do. When I do that, there's a perk card that'll help you out under Perception. It is called Concentrated Fire. This allows you to move your VATS around from head, torso, arms, and legs. All right. And of course, we're going for the arms, so FYI. So let's go ahead now. If you do it right, and if you have the right weapon, you'll be able, all we need is one Scorched, left arm, right arm kind of deal. Now you will have people with higher level weapons that does a little bit more damage, and usually one shot, one kill. And I definitely do have a couple of those myself, but sometimes we get lucky and we can get 2 shots off without killing them. All right, so right arm, left arm. So there we go, just like that. Cripple Scorch's arm 2 for 2, and all we needed was 1 Scorched. Just like that. That's all how that worked. Nice and easy little spot there. Alright, what's next here, Jim? Take a look at this one here. Harvest wild plants or fungi 12. So again, when it says wild plants, it can also be crops like corn, like razor grain, potato plants, pumpkins, alright? Right up here, Cobbleton Farm is a pretty good spot. Right down here at Silva Homestead, all kinds of corn on the side hill. Billings Homestead, all kinds of razor grain in that field. Right around the corner from Big Al's Tattoo Parlor under the overpass, corn and razor grain, and maybe the odd potato plant down there. Right over here at General's Steakhouse, just out back, there's a nice little patch of land back there with some crops back there as well. Now we can find fungi pretty much anywhere in the game, especially down here through Flatwoods. You just spawn here at the Wayward, make your way down through Flatwoods, and then make your way back up. All kinds of glowing fungus there, all kinds. I believe brain fungus is also included in there. We got all kinds of brain fungus here at the Rusty Pick, which is a free fast travel. And right over here, another great spot for brain fungus, Abandoned Waste Stump. Of course, there's 2 death claws down in that cavern, but there's all kinds of brain fungus there, and usually anywhere here in the mire, brain fungus just kind of grows, especially in around Abby's bunker and Ella Ames' bunker and such. Rayla's Clay's bunker, so just to give you some ideas. One of the best spots for glowing fungus is, of course, right here at Nuka World on Tour. There's also a free fast travel. Let's pop down here today. Now we're going to go right into the Tunnel of Love. Now you don't have to wait for that event to be going on. You can just enter Tunnel of Love. It's right next door here when you spawn in. Let's just go right inside. I don't think it's going to help us out for this daily challenge, but it's going to help us out if you're looking to harvest crops. And that is under Perception. It is called Green Thumb, so reap twice as much when harvesting flora. So instead of 1, you pick up 2. But I think when we just pick up even though it shows we pick up 2, I think we're only going to get credit for 1. The only crop I find that works with is brain fungus for some reason. So let's go ahead and pick up this one. So as you see, we picked up 2 glowing fungus, but we only got credit for 1. But the only one that I know of that works like that is brain fungus. So when you pick up 2, you actually get credit for 2. And I don't know why that is. It's totally bizarre, but it is what it is, right? All kinds of glowing fungus here, just like that. And if you keep going down here a little bit further in, there's another little patch right there. Keep going down here, Jimmy Bud. Right in this open up area, got some more patches around. As you can see, all kinds of glowing fungus here, all kinds of her. Okay. It's a pretty good spot, nice and neutral right now anyway. What's next here, Jim? Kill a Mutant Hound 3. Many great spots we can find Mutant Hounds in around the wasteland. Now, some people think they're always around Super Mutants, but that is not always the case. Like the Super Mutants here in Newgad, you will never find a Super Mutant Hound there. I never have, playing this game since release. You'll find 1 Mutant Hound here in Grafton Dam. I would say Grafton Steel, if you're a low-level player, this is probably your best bet, because there's anywhere from 6 to 12. Now, there's a lot of Super Mutants here as well, but I've cleared this at level 20, and just take your time, and basically you can get your Mutant Hounds that way. Of course, another great spot is West Tech. Another great spot for Mutant Hounds, there, even on inside and outside. And Huntersville, but these 2 spots here are a little bit higher level areas, but if you're on a private server and if you're by yourself and you're low level, it's fine. They'll be tuned to your level, but if you're on a public server, as soon as 1 high level comes in, that'll all change on you, so just an FYI there. Alright, let's go up here to good old Grafton Dam. Sorry, Grafton Steel, that's it. That's what it's called.
This is Grafton's Mayor. I need you to get up to.
So you see how that worked there? So someone had asked a question the other day because we had the daily challenge, completed daily quest, and this one here, Buried with Honor, is one of the ones that I usually show you guys because how it's so easy to complete. Okay, and it basically, and someone had mentioned that they've been having trouble because it won't spawn in for them. I just kind of wanted to show that too, that as soon as you spawn into the Toxic Valley region, and if you've done this before, or if you've kind of anywhere, and if you come up here, it'll spawn in. So I'll give you the chance to do it. So that's how it shows up for me. All right. So if you're way down the other end of the map, it won't pop up until you fast travel up here to the Toxic Valley region, right up through here. All right. All right. So again, we're at Grafton Steel. And we're here to go after some mutant hounds, I should say. But there'll be super mutants here as well, but that's fine. There's usually one guy that's up here. Usually has a little buddy with them. Alright, so where's your mutant hound at, buddy? Huh? Where did he go? Oh, somebody already killed him. So you see what can happen when you're on a public server. Okay, and we're on a public server right now. And so what will happen, there's a cooldown involved when you kill an enemy, okay? There will be a cooldown involved. And when people show up to these areas, they'll like, okay, they don't spawn here anymore, Jim. And I appreciate people letting me know. But as you guys know, I do these challenges all the time. Excuse me, just having a few issues here with my throat. And these guys are just staring at me. It's weird. They're not even fighting back. You guys gonna be okay there? I know I'm not okay, but you guys are gonna be okay. So there's 2 mutant hounds there, sorry. We're just gonna go this way and see what happens here. That's weird. Okay. So as I was gonna say, there's a cooldown involved with killing enemies. So if you go to spots and you can tell that someone may have already been there, Like, you don't see the regular enemies popping up for you. Oh, there's our third guy up there. It's not that they don't spawn here anymore, it's just that they have already been here, and you might have to server hop, and that's probably your best bet. That guy got folded. I love this game so much. Stuff like that happens, I don't know what it is, I just love it. It just makes my day. You catch. He's still alive. As you can see, it can get really hairy here with these guys, but there goes Buddy's head's rolling there. Let's get some rounds back. This thing takes 10mm. I want to check on these guys here for a second. I want to take a picture of these guys. Hey, why not, right? Why not? It's me and my pals. It's me and the bros, the GymBros. Love it. I love it. And we're done. We are done, guys. Just like that. These are one of the things why I love this game. Just love it so much. It's just little stuff like this. The game still has its quirks, but I'm telling you, man, it's stuff like this really makes my day. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Please like, subscribe, and share when you have the chance. It really helps me out. I'd like to thank my channel members, Artistically Arranged, Boogaloo Bronson, Michael Edwards, Nigel Wiffen, Heather, Whitetribe, Robco, Mr. Shelton, Drake Stamps, Mr.Prince, NotMeButMeYesMeThatsMe, G33K. Thank you all so very much, and I hope you all have a nice day.